Hello and thank you for joining us on the last edition of Journalist Hangout this week. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, NBA sues Nigerian police over tinted glass permit policy. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal claims he can end banditry in 2 months, says he knows hideouts of criminals as Afenifere and northern leaders demand state police amid delays. And later on the show, Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, PCNGI, denies subsidy removal on CNG, blames industry operators for current price hike. Well, I'll be hanging out with Dr. Oladipo and Kaide Ladende. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now, let's begin the conversation. When the rule of law becomes undermined by the very institutions meant to uphold it, the legitimacy of governance begins to erode. Now, the new tinted glass policy is brewing tension between the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) and the Nigerian police. The NBA has mounted a legal challenge against the Inspector General of Police over the enforcement of a controversial tinted glass permit policy. Framing the directive as both unlawful and unconstitutional, the NBA argues that it infringes on citizens' rights and lacks financial transparency. The NBA cited troubling allegations that funds collected for permits are being diverted into private accounts. Although official enforcement has been postponed until October, reports of police harassment persist, prompting urgent calls for judicial interventions. Okay, major issues here. I mean, the NBA versus the Nigerian police. Now, they're challenging the legality of the tinted glass permit policy of the police. But what impact will this have, on this issue?
Well, we are going to wait for the court. Though, like the NBA said today, that case has not been assigned to any judge. But a lot of us are interested. And what I keep saying is that it's an introduction. No, it is a reintroduction.
A reintroduction?
It's been there before. I have some in my car that even before they stopped it, I've done about 3 years. You go back to renew every year. And at that time, it was being signed by the DIG at the force headquarters. Now, even at that time when it was free to obtain to a certain level, there were complaints. Because as usual, you can't go to the police station or any police environment and come out without dropping something. It's like that. If a policeman comes to visit you, you're in trouble. If you visit a policeman, you are in trouble if it comes to money. Yes, and like we've always said, we understand the pay is small, though it's not an excuse for swindling Nigerians. But on this matter, the NBA has some facts that has not been controverted by the police. Number one, after the announcement that this stuff was going to be reintroduced, a website was created and all of it go there, pay 16,000. That's number one. The fund, the costs, in addition to what motorists are paying. You recollect that January 1, 2003, third-party insurance went up from 5,000 to 15,000. And even the one for 15,000 still does not cover certain categories of accidents, including fire. Meaning that if your car gets burnt, insurance won't do anything for you because it's the one that starts from 20,000 naira and above.
That's the one insurance bill.
So now people are saying you are adding another extra cost because don't forget, we still have the ECMR that is there. That is a standard. It's 5,000.
Exactly.
And you've got to do that also every year. So this is an addition to it. And people are saying or the government is telling us it wants to bring down the cost of transportation for everybody, especially the common man who uses the bus. And then the second issue raised by MBA is, into whose pocket is this going?
Exactly.
What we should have is the remitter stuff that ensures that all payments will go into the account of the government.
Be that
So
TSA and...
through the TSA. And the MBA is saying, see, this is going to go into a private account, which is a company that is not of the government. It's not going to the tax revenue account. It's not going to, you know. So where is it going to? And that's the one question that the police has not answered.
Absolutely. I mean, the NBA, they claimed that the tinted glass permits, you know, violates the fundamental rights of Nigerians. But why is this coming out now?
You see, the way to actually look at it, in my view, is to look at the issue that police is likely to cite as an example, but then it might also be a good discussion. And that's the issue of security. When it has to do with security, policies come now and then. Because somebody can say there's been so much data that has revealed that crimes in the traffic and so are related to the issue of screen. I mean, the tinted glasses. They might come up with all kinds of policies. Like you said, this is not the first time. We keep seeing different IGs coming with different policies, including the issue of roadblocks and the rest. So, but when it comes to what NBA is citing, is the ground norm, is the Constitution.
Absolutely.
It is permanent. And it brings us to that conversation of national security versus rule of law. You understand? I'm just trying to use an umbrella word. So, but saying it the way it is, I think NBA is testing the waters in the right way. Because the frustration people are going through is unfathomable. The idea of the portal not being available when people want to push these buttons is something questionable. The fact that we're even dealing with private vendor, I'm asking, what is private vendor doing? Is it not to collect money? Are they doing anything electronic? Are they doing anything that will actually test
Gentlemen,
these old things?
because of our time, I want to ask a question talking about empirical evidence. Is there an empirical evidence showing that tinted vehicles significantly aid criminal activities in Nigeria? Is there an empirical evidence to prove that fact?
Well, from my own standpoint, it is a no-no. And the reason is this. Whether you are using a tinted glass or not, the police has a right to stop you.
True.
It's the man that you stop that you know whether he has anything. If you just push on a man, then there is a problem. If a man has a tinted glass, which is sometimes factory fitted.
Oh, yes.
Factory fitted.
Yes.
Because at some point, the police was saying if it is factory fitted, you can leave it. But those on the road don't seem to understand that.
That's true. There's an abuse.
There's an abuse at that. So what you need to do is, whether a man is driving in a tinted car or not, stop him. Do your check. Nobody has said you can't. Even the ones without anything, you still the crime people commit with it. So until when you search, you can't find. So it's not as if the moment you are with a tinted glass, then you are a criminal.
You are looking for empirical data. Obviously, this does not come in here because this is a case of somebody wants to take an advantage of the fact that, oh, let's reduce, that might be the excuse, let's reduce the number of vehicles we are stopping on the road. And they will want to be doing that randomly. That can be very tedious. For example, most of us don't like being stopped on the road, especially when we are walking towards a particular time. But it's not an excuse for police not to be, let them be more electronic induced. There are things that you can do to suspect a vehicle, you understand, that is a suspect, basically. So I feel that this issue of tinted glasses is not the way out. It's not the way out. Let's face more security threats than this.
All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation.